Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to do an icon reveal all inside of KLWP, and what you see here is somewhat of a light, and right now it's rotating all the way around, but we can make it swing back and forth. And when we have an icon revealed, we can tap on that icon to actually open that app, for example KLWP. Now I have a couple of globals inside of here that we can adjust. For example, if I knock this amount down to 25, I'm going to take the duration and speed it up a little bit. And I'm also going to set this ease, instead of straight, I'm going to go with normal. And I tell you what, I'm going to brighten up that center color a little bit. Right now it's a little transparent. I'm just going to brighten it up just a hair. Checking on that. Let's save and apply. And actually, before I go back to the home screen, I'm going to set this react on. Instead of loop, I'm going to do loop with return. And that's going to allow this light to swing back and forth. Let's save it and check it out now. And notice that the light is a little bit brighter as well, since I did change that color of that light. I made it not quite as transparent. So how am I doing this? Well, what I'm using here is I'm using a shape wedge clip, and then I'm using this shape wedge, and this overlap group is just really whatever you want to reveal. In that overlap group, I have those 4 icons, and I just have them spaced out. But what's important is that the shape wedge clip, if we go to the shape wedge clip and we look at its settings, it's a circle slice, the width is 500, the height is 250. A little hint here, if you didn't know this, make the height half of the width, and that will form a full slice that goes all the way to the center here. Of course, you can adjust these settings to your liking. I have an angle set to 90, and then I have a little bit of offset. Of course, you can adjust this to whatever you want. Backing out of here, those same settings for the shape wedge clip I have applied to the shape wedge. So these are identical settings. And then also, if we go over to the animation is going to be the same for both of these as well. Right now I have it set to loop with return, and I have it set to rotate. But notice I have a code applied to the loop with return, and that is going to be that reaction global. Either it's going to be a loop with return or just a plain old loop. The loop 2W is loop with return, and the loop FW is where it goes in one direction and then it restarts back. That's good if you want to do a complete 360-degree rotation. Of course, bear in mind too, if you're doing a complete 360-degree rotation, you want this ease to be set to straight instead. I have a global variable there as well, where you can quickly go in and choose normal or straight. A few other things inside of here. The duration, you saw that global, as well as the amount of the rotation. And notice I'm in my shape wedge, but if I back out of here and I go to the shape wedge clip and I go to its animation, guess what? Same exact things. So essentially what's happening is we're having a clip and this actual shape wedge, this light that you see, they're really the exact same shape, but they're serving 2 different purposes. The shape wedge clip, if I go to its FX, we are clipping the next module, and the next module that I have beneath this clip is that overlap group with the icons that I want to reveal. Let's try something a little bit different. So if I drag this shape wedge up, I'm going to drag it up to the top. Now what that's going to do is it's going to put the icons above the shape wedge. Let's check this out. So notice here the icons are lying on top of that light that's rotating. Whereas if I take that shape wedge and I drag it down here below the overlap group, below the icons, what that's essentially going to do is it's going to put the light over the icons. This is all about layering. So notice now this light that is above in the layering in regards to these icons. But again, what's important, the shape wedge clip and the shape wedge, essentially they are the same shape, same animation, except the shape wedge clip, it is clipping the next module. That's why we're revealing just the icons that are inside of that shape wedge, so to speak. And then a few more things to point out to you. For the shape wedge itself, the FX, I do have a radial gradient applied to that. And for that color, for the radial gradient, I have it as a completely transparent color. That way it kind of fades out even more. Now something to note here, we do have a K-lock icon up here. And if I actually tap around that area, it is opening up K-lock. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think there's a way we can prevent this K-lock up here from being touched, but at the same time still being able to open the KLWP, the KWGT, or over here the KAPK. I don't think we can do that. I did try here to create another circle slice where I have the remaining 3/4 here, and I applied a block to the touch, but that actually blocks everything. So I'm trying to, tap on these. That would be cool, you know, if we could take this circle slice and it only blocks the touch of the actual slice itself, and whatever's not part of that circle slice, we could actually touch underneath that. But I think that is a limitation of KLWP or with these shapes in general. But yeah, there you have it, a way to reveal some icons. I took circle slices here. You can take whatever shape you want and you can apply that same technique. Two identical shapes, one being the clip to clip the next module, and then an identical shape with the animations and the colors applied however you would like. If you like what you see and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.